Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shifting Tones, a podcast with nerdy tones and shifting formats. It's also your mailman's favorite podcast. Joining me today, as always, is my co-host, Larissa.
Hello, and I'm not sure which mail carrier you are referring to. I'd like to know. Please describe later on who that mail person is.
It's everybody's specifically mailman, not their mail carrier. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I didn't write the rules. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
And our other co-host, who you probably have forgotten about because it's been a while since she's been on, Spiffy Steffi.
It's me, your favorite mail carrier. Hello, I'm back. Yes, woo! We're here.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what's up? I mean, tell me, guys. I mean, we got Steph back.
We do.
Larissa, how have you been? What's going on in your life? Give me the small talk.
Absolutely. I was just waiting for that trigger to answer that question. So yeah, it was an interesting weekend by far, but the most notable thing that we did that we promised we would give you at the end of the last episode is that we saw Beetlejuice.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I just wanted to give you a quick review. It's super fun. If you like the original, if you like quirky, humorous, scary-ish kind of movies, it's definitely up your alley. I really think that it was a labor of love. It definitely was not a cash grab that I was worried about, especially since most sequels these days are just a cash grab.
Right.
So yeah, go watch it. I would give it an 8 out of 10, but that's also because I give Beetlejuice the original 8 out of 10. So
it's a very spoopy movie, not spooky.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all.
It was good. Yeah.
We saw the movie, and we did some other stuff, and maybe Sam will catch you up on that.
I might.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. Steph, how about you catch me up on your life? You were gone. You abandoned the podcast. Was it for good reasons?
Oh yeah, there's a few good reasons for it. One being I just needed a break. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I had a wedding to attend in the great old state of Idaho.
We love potatoes.
Galore.
Yeah, that's where my mind went exactly.
Yeah, so it's not my first time going. It's actually my third time going to Idaho in general. So I'm very familiar with the state.
Oh.
But it was really fun. I was a bride's attendant for a Vietnamese wedding.
Super cool.
So that was really cool. They did they kind of combined cultures. Mm-hmm. It was like a Vietnamese family. I don't know, what would you say, like a white person's family?
Caucasian.
Caucasian family, yeah. So it was kind of like the two families getting together. So it was really sweet because everyone was so loving, so accepting, and I teared up. It was just it was so nice. Yeah, so they had actually like two weddings. So it was a Vietnamese tea ceremony, and then the next day was like the American, more traditional wedding. It was really cool. I learned a lot, ate some super yummy food.
That's exciting.
Oh, I bet.
But then we had like the bachelorette party, all in that time. So we were quite busy.
Absolutely. It sounds like a very long, tiring weekend, but I am interested. Can you let the listeners know what were the traditional foods at the tea ceremony?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I know any of the names of them. I just kind of grabbed food, and the aunties, it was kind of like a buffet line, and the aunties served a lot of the food, and just, even if you shook your head no, they just put it on your plate. So it's like, I was not that hungry. I only wanted a couple things, but they were like, no. And they just kept putting stuff on my plate. And I'm like, you know what? This is fine. So I don't know the names of anything, but it was all really good. I will tell an embarrassing story. Do you know those kind of like egg rolls wrapped in like the really sheer rice paper?
Sure.
Like a spring roll?
Yes, that. I remember like that, it's see-through, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, some of them, yeah.
Some of them, but like these ones were see-through, so you could see through it. I was oh my God, I was so embarrassed because it was apparently wrapped in plastic. But I took a bite and I was like, wow, this the paper's really hard to pull through. And my husband and our friend was like, that's plastic. And I was like, what? Luckily, I didn't chew it. I literally just took a bite, but I struggled taking a bite. So I was like, oh my God.
It was
an embarrassment.
It was kind of funny. I wasn't too embarrassed. I was just oh, okay. But I was like, yeah, that happened.
Well,
at least at least it wasn't like the actual like Vietnamese family watching me do that. If someone did see me do that, they didn't say anything, so whatever. But I at least like wasn't right next to like an auntie or her like immediate family. Right. So I'm like, okay, at least it wasn't that much of an embarrassment. I just laughed. I just spit it out and then just like took off the plastic and then went for it. But,
was it good? Was it tasty?
Oh yeah, everything was handmade, so everything was super good. Yeah, but it was a really good time. We had a couple extra days just to explore because my husband's never been there.
Okay.
So we just explored the city and stuff, walked around. We were doing 15 to 20,000 steps almost every day other than the wedding days. So we walked around everywhere. The weather was so much nicer. It was cooler.
Awesome.
It was so awesome. And yeah, it was just really enjoyable. It was really weird because like I knew I was missing work and my school days. So it was kind of odd, but it was also just very enjoyable anyway. The only bad part of it was coming home.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because we had perfect flights the whole time up until our very last flight that we needed.
Oh, boy.
We got delayed by 5 hours.
Oh no.
So initially we were supposed to get home at 11 o'clock.
Right.
EST.
Like AM or PM?
11 p.m. EST.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was going to go into work the next day. That was the plan.
Oh, no.
So then here's what happened too, is that it was a 5-hour delay. And, mountain time is 2 hours behind EST.
Sure.
Right.
So we were going forward in time.
Right.
We got delayed 5 hours. We did not get home until 4 a.m.
Oh, no. Did you go to work the next day?
I did. I stayed up.
You are insane.
I only slept 2 hours on the plane. And I went to work because I had a field trip I needed to attend.
No! Oh my goodness!
This was Monday?
Wow!
This was Tuesday.
Oh,
this
Tuesday.
was literally yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
yesterday, well, okay, for the podcast, sorry, podcast we're recording a day early, but it's my fault. Everything's late. This podcast episode will come out fine. Sorry, listeners, This was on Tuesday for you, 2 days ago. I stayed up 2 hours, then I went on a field trip where I was in charge of 16 kids on my own for this field trip. And I was interpreting for the kids between English and Spanish the whole time. So it was just a lot. And it was also my mom's birthday. So
oh, wow.
So there was just a lot going on. And
I'm surprised you guys got home I thought you guys were coming back Sunday night.
That was the plan, and they got back on Monday.
No. It sounds like they left Monday and got back on Tuesday morning.
Yes, that
initially.
I took off 4 days of work. I took off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday because I get 4 personal days, part of my contract.
Oh, so you just blew them all right there?
Yeah.
I was
traveling. I'm getting my money's worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my personal days don't count for like sick time.
Right,
which is great.
Which is super nice. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Anywho, that was what I was up to. It was Tuesday was a crazy, crazy day. So slept 2 hours on the plane, up, sitting upright, and then went on a field trip.
Wow.
That makes sense, I guess, on why we couldn't record.
Yes, I was planning on recording after, but it was literally like 2 hours. I was then on a field trip interpreting and watching 16 kids, and then I went and celebrated my mom's birthday, and I was like, okay, I need to go to bed.
Right, like you're running on fumes at that point. It'd be interesting to see if you had tried to attempt to record, but
I probably would have been like delusional a little bit. But the other thing really cool about the field trip, one last thing, is that we were walking in the middle of the woods, and for a lot of our kids, that's really fun for them to do.
Absolutely.
And there was a baby snake on the ground, which nobody saw because it was kind of off the trail to the side. And I saw it, and it was like a little black and white snake.
So
and
cute.
I was like, oh my goodness. And I kind of leaned down to look at it. And I was still, watching the kids with my side eye.
Absolutely.
But there was other naturalists also walking us through the woods. It wasn't just me and the kids alone in the woods because that would be too much to handle.
Yeah.
So I tried. I slowly put my hand out and I actually grabbed it behind the head and I picked it up. I've never been able to do that, so that was really exciting. And I showed all the kids, and they were all excited about it. So, and one of the naturalists kind of at the end, she grabbed the snake from me and put it away, in the woods somewhere.
Sure.
But the lady was like, and she's older than me, but she's like, you know what? Thank you for doing that. And I was like, oh, you're welcome. I was just like, okay. She's like, well, the kids need good role models like that who aren't afraid of snakes to do something like that and just show them it's okay to interact with nature. And I'm like, you know what? I guess that's a good, fair point. Because some people would kind of, I guess, scream or jump or run away. So I suppose it was just like I wanted to touch the snake. So I just kind of went for it. And then she's like, thank you for your service. And I'm like, okay. It was just like, it was a nice interaction, but it was just kind of funny also because I didn't even consider like that. Yeah, people do run away and are afraid of snakes. It just wasn't something that crossed my head.
Right. I mean, why would it? Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my small talk. It was a lot, but yeah. Sam, what about you?
Yeah, so let's see. We did see the Beetlejuice movie. We attempted to go to the zoo this weekend with my family to go see Asian Lantern Festival going on at our zoo. Ooh. And so we wanted to go see it because we've been to it before, but it changes every year. Problem was it was the last day they were hosting it for the year. Mm-hmm. And so my brother was like, hey, you should buy your tickets online in advance. And I was like, oh, yeah, no worries. And then so I tried to buy them and I bought them. I tried after the box office closed, the in-person box office online. Oh. So apparently that stops you from buying tickets online for whatever weird reason.
Interesting.
But my dad got his on time. So me and Larissa picked up my dad and went to the zoo. We were meeting my brother, his wife, their kid, and my mom up there. And we get in and there is no parking anywhere. I mean, we went up and down the aisles. People are parking in the cross line areas where you're not supposed to park.
Yeah.
So we dropped off my dad at the front. We're like, hey, if we can't find anything, we're just going to leave because we didn't buy our tickets ahead of time. He's like, yeah, no worries. So we dropped him off and they're like, oh, there might be additional parking in the back. So we kept driving to the back, past one lot, nothing. Got to the next lot, nothing. And by the way, if we would park to the second lot, it probably would have been a mile walk to the entrance. Oh, no kidding, because of how far away it is. And then we just kept driving, and then we're in a Metro Park at this point and out of the zoo. And we're like, okay, forget it. We're just going to go get a drink somewhere or go hang out somewhere, and then we'll pick him up afterwards. And thankfully, when we came back to pick him up, we managed to come right by the entrance as he was walking out.
So we just
pulled over, timing. He got in. Yeah, it worked out really well.
Yeah, and because it was a little worrisome because there were so many people there that my father-in-law described it like it was literally like shoulder to shoulder walking. Like he's never experienced anything like that. He said it was worse than Disney, and he's been to Disney in the last 4
quite a few times, yeah.
years. So he knows the recent surge of people going there, and everyone obviously there has their cell phone. And so we were trying to contact him being like, hey, just let us know when you want to get picked up so we can come pick you back up. Nothing got through to him. And so literally, as he was walking out the door, we're like, oh, we got to go. And so it just, honestly, perfect timing that we chose.
So you didn't even message. It was just
no. Wow. I mean, we did kind of. We got one text to go through and he's like, pick me up now. We saw that it was sent 10 minutes ago. And so we're just like, oh no. So luckily,
you're late.
Right, okay. Exactly. And so that luckily for him, that just meant that he was walking towards the entrance. So
okay,
literally perfect timing. So wild. Maybe next year we'll try and do it not opening day or the last day, but somewhere in the middle, because the Lantern Festival, it's gorgeous. It's all handmade. You can go for a couple mile walks and see all these artistry with different scenes. The one year I remember we went, it was about the Monkey King. So that'll give you an idea of what it's like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So enough about my weekend. It's why you're all here. It's why you listen to Shifting Tones. I'm giving the people what they crave, which is Controversial Corner 2024. So number one, we talked about last week for a little bit, the PS5 Pro that's coming out and also Astrobot, the video game. So I'm like, okay, what's the cheapest way I could possibly play Astrobot? It's not on Steam.
Right.
I can't get it on the PS4. I don't own a PS5. And I was like, oh, what about the PlayStation Portal, which is their new handheld system? So it looks like essentially like a smartphone that got stuck in the middle of a PS5 controller. And it's a lot cheaper. So I looked at this.
Assumed that was just literally a smartphone with controller adapters, because that's a thing too, right?
Not for the PlayStation, but yeah, you can buy one of those for your phone, yeah, but it's not for the PlayStation.
Huh.
So anyways, I looked into this, and it's essentially a glorified Wii U. It's like if the Wii U and the PSP had like a really ugly, dumb baby.
Oh no!
Because in order to play the games on it, you have to own a PS5 already. So you're playing the games from your PS5 library on this handheld device.
Oh, so like exactly like the Wii U, where like you had to be like 10 feet away from it to play.
No, so I looked more into it because I thought that too. I think you can use it on the go as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi. So if you're at a hotel or, you know, I don't know, like a coffee shop or something, you can use it. But you have to already own a PS5. So
how does it know?
I think you just connect your PlayStation 5 account.
Would it be logged in the same account then?
Yeah, I think they're connected via like the actual account of the PlayStation 5 or like the code of it. What am I looking for? Like the, I don't know, serial number or something? I don't know. But it knows because I tried. Okay. I looked into it.
I see what you're saying. Well, that's a bummer.
Number 2, controversial take. Dr. Mario is the secret third brother of the Mario brothers.
I like this theory.
Okay, hear me out.
Because as a kid, I believed that.
Did you really? Yes. You were ahead of the curve. I love that for you.
So, the Mario brothers are the Mario brothers. So Mario is Mario, which is a problem. And then Luigi is Luigi Mario. And then there's Dr. Mario. And there's a few things, you know, Dr. Mario has his own video game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a separate skin in Super Smash Bros., which I know isn't like a huge thing, but it's a whole nother character. It's an entire other playable character.
It's a whole different thing. You could see Mario, Luigi, and Dr. Mario all together in the same game.
Oh.
Yep. And in the Super Mario Brothers movie,
which is canon,
they sat down and they were talking at the dinner table, and their dad was like, "Oh man, why can't you guys be like your older brother, the doctor," or something like that. So
wait, does he really say that?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I think that's Dr. Mario is the third Mario brother.
Okay. Wait.
I want to say his name is probably like Hank Mario Doctor.
That's fair.
I need to like rewatch the movie then.
You should. I like to think his name's Ronaldo. You know, make it Italian.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So I just had Infinite Multiverse written down, and I was like, "What is that?" Because it was something I was like thinking about late at night. And I just typed it in, but I remember. So, if there is a infinite multiverse, essentially, then that means there's infinite possibilities of every single thing happening, creating infinite universes. And infinite's big because it's never ending. It's infinite.
Right.
So that would mean essentially, say you lived your life like you did from day 0 to the day you die. The only different thing was that one extra raindrop touched you. That's an entire different universe. Everything else in the universe is the same, but you got touched by one extra raindrop. Or like you went and you got a haircut and one extra haircut, like one hair got cut or something simple like that. Like that's the idea, that there's infinite multiverses, and something stupid and little like that could be an entire universe. Yeah. And you wouldn't know. You'd go there and be like, what's different than this one? Like, I don't know. And there's like an extra ant on the ground or something.
I mean, fair. That's probably accurate to that theory. And that's why I don't know if I believe in it.
Right. Okay. Next.
It's too existential for me.
Exactly. That too.
Next, it's kind of going back to Dr. Mario.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching a TikTok series where they're going through the Smash Bros. From the newest Switch game and all the different alternate costumes that they can wear.
Oh, fun.
And connecting each one for a reason. So you're like, oh, you know, Pikachu with his little luchador mask or his like trucker hat or different things. Each one of those is tied to a different Pokemon game in some way. So like the different hats are the different like red or blue or the different characters in the games.
Okay.
Captain Falcon is different Falcon characters in the video games. Samus is different villains and different variations of Samus in the video games, which I never thought. I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. On Mario has a green suit because he looks like Luigi. No, they're in like an early Japanese rendition of like Mario. He was wearing green.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, anything controversial about that? Were there like some like things that you're like, that's a stretch?
Yeah, there's a lot of stretches.
Okay.
For some of them, they're like, well, it could be because Captain Falcon's one, car is gold in it, so that's why he's got a gold suit. And I'm like, yeah, maybe, or they just like the color gold. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds more likely. Or that he wins golden trophies.
Maybe. All the Kirby ones made sense. They tied to something, which I thought was interesting.
That makes sense, though.
Last thing, I don't know if it's controversial, probably to you guys, is I have merch ideas. I know we're not big, and I know
for us.
For the podcast, for the podcast, for Shifting Tones.
Larissa's like, for what?
Nothing coming out anytime soon. But I was thinking about it. I was like, I feel like we kind of all have catchphrases or things that we say all the time that could be turned into merch. So, trademark. I feel like if we ever did a little merch line,
sure.
Larissa would have something that says "What the haps" or what is it? What do you say? Is that what it is? What the haps?
I can't even think of it right now because I'm on the spotlight. It just comes out naturally, But
that's something like that. And Steph's would just be like a hoodie that just says "Ain't no way." I can't tell you how many times Steph says "Ain't no way."
That's funny.
And mine would just say like controversial or something like that.
It's funny that like hearing that because it is like you don't know what you say until you listen to it a lot.
Right.
I know that too, Sam. Just like I notice when I say a lot of stuff because I subtitle all my YouTube videos myself. So I listen to myself constantly, and there are a lot of times when I say that. Jeez.
We're about to get into the episode. Oh my god, 22 minutes. Holy crap. Speaking of Steph's courageous adventures and Larissa's, ability to do things and my super intellect, it kind of ties into our topic for the day. Remember, I always have a list of topics. Yep, I have a list of topics always. And I was like, what's something simple we can get into? Because Steph's going to want a recover episode, I think. And so today, it's going to be super simple. We're going to build a superhero.
Ooh, like combining Super One together? Combining Super One together? Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. We're going to create a brand new original superhero. We're going to mix ideas together. We're going to give them, a background, a name, superpowers, a costume. I said give them, M-M-E-M, them.
Okay. I was about to be goofy there. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I was going to write back, fight you out there.
But I got goofed. I see.
That's
Go ahead,
right.
Sam.
Just like the mailman. So we're just, costume, powers, background, name, anything interesting we can think of that would make it goofy. And if you're listening out there and you have a creative brain, please draw it for us or something.
Oh.
Do the work for us. That'd be appreciated. Because I know we're not drawing it. So yeah, I just thought that'd be a fun idea. I don't know if anybody's actually interested, but it's too late because it's the topic.
I was going to say, I don't think we have a choice now at this point, but...
More or less the listener if they're interested.
So we're making one character together.
Yep. Yes, yeah.
Ooh, okay. A little mix and match.
Yeah, so Steph, you're our, a parliamentarian, I guess?
Note taker.
Yeah.
Secretary.
Secretary. Okay, yeah.
Isn't there a better word for secretary?
There is.
Like a note keeper?
A notary? No.
No.
This is what our college education has given us, guys.
Fancy name for note taker, according to the AI Google, is...
Oh, no, not AI. Oh, no.
Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce that. AMANUENSIS.
Yeah.
Like a stenographer, like as amanuensis.
I'm just a note taker. Okay, simple.
That wasn't the word I was thinking of either, but that one works, I guess.
Stenographer also. All right, Steph.
Yes.
So, will our character have a gender? What will their gender be? I don't know if that's important, but it helps at least with the design.
Important.
Helps with the design.
Okay.
I feel like just since based on the podcast, we have two very strong female leads on the podcast, so we should have a female superhero to represent Shifting Tones.
I like it. Sold.
All right. So we have a female superhero.
Oh, I didn't even get my voice or opinion in this.
Oh. I thought you'd be on board.
I mean, I would be, but I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to have a non-binary superhero. Have you seen too many of those?
That's true.
Maybe we'll give them a background too, and they're not from here, so gender has no importance to them.
Exactly.
So where should they be from?
Space.
Wait, is that cool. What are we doing? Are we doing female or non-binary?
Larissa, what do you want?
Oh, I was just wanting to know if I can voice my opinion.
Oh, you can absolutely voice your opinion. I say we give a very strong, powerful female superhero.
I agree. I think that would be good. Just because I can speak more honestly, and from that perspective, I don't want to accidentally get into stereotypes of non-binary people, since I don't hang around too many on a daily basis.
Okay, so I've rewritten female down because I erased it initially. Okay. So what's next, Sam?
So I want to know where is this superhero going to be from? Are they from Earth, or are they from another planet, another universe? What are we thinking? What would be interesting?
Are we gonna do it like Sailor Moon style? And like she has her own planet that she's like a goddess of. I just finished Sailor Moon Cosmos, by the way, listeners. It's 10 out of 10. Go watch it.
It could be something interesting, like she's from I don't know, what's an interesting place, like somewhere like completely exotic, like Iowa.
I was kind of thinking, Sam, like, what if she's just from like a rinky-dink nowhere? There's
like some small town in Montana.
Oh, yeah, that's like boring.
But then rises to like
no, because that's the exact storyline of Superman, the original boring.
No, yes, he's from Krypton.
But he's born and raised until he finds out his past in like some hoedown town in Nebraska. Like, come on.
Okay, fine. What if they're from one of the moons of like Saturn?
Ooh, I like that.
There's a moon on Saturn. It's Saturn's 8th largest moon called Hyperion.
Ooh. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's irregular shaped. It looks like a glorified asteroid that's probably just bigger.
What about Pluto? Oh, sorry, no, that's more Sailor Moon. Go on.
I like the moon idea.
Yeah, let's do Hyperion because it's the only one I can pronounce out of all these, besides Titan. And I think Titan's the planet Thanos is from, so...
Yeah, let's not do that. The only moon I know of, I think it's for Jupiter, is my namesake, Larissa.
Really?
Yeah.
You're named after a moon?
No, I'm not named after a moon, but there is a moon named Larissa.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I like Hyperion.
I like that better too.
Yeah, let's do that. They're from the moon of Hyperion. Okay.
Is this a kid? Are they younger? Like they just got here? Right. Are they like established? Do they not age? They're from a moon, from a foreign location.
So we're looking for an age range.
Well, okay, what's the atmosphere like there? Like, is there a high gravity? Because if there's a low gravity, that would make it seem like they would age slowly.
It says it's got a chaotic rotation.
Oh,
maybe we could play that into their powers and stuff.
Oh,
they have ADHD. I get it.
I get it.
No, that's great.
That's pretty good. It's it's oddly shaped too.
Interesting. I like that.
Well, I was gonna say Hyperion. It's spelled like hyper, so it kind of ties in.
I mean, are we gonna go for like a Flash, but like chaotic?
No, we'll come up with some interesting original powers. Maybe we could make them completely OP like Superman. She'll have something fantastic, like some big superpower, like one crazy superpower. But okay, so. She's from Hyperion. Mm-hmm. Well, did we decide on an age? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Right. I was trying to figure out what the gravity is like.
I don't know gravity. I've never heard of her. Has a weak surface gravity.
Okay, so that would make it seem like you would age slower. Gravity is like a stress on the body, and that's part of the reason why we age a little faster here. Oh,
it's interesting because it has a sponge-like appearance, and it is quite porous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe, we can work... we can work something into the...
So SpongeBob? No, I'm kidding.
Absorption, okay. But we'll cook on that later. All right, so...
Yeah, we're stirring the pot too fast right now.
Yeah, okay. So let's just say, let's keep it simple.
Ooh, I have a good origin story real quick, because I'm just reading the NASA
we'll get to that.
Wait. Let that stew.
Yes, I'm stewing
We need an age.
Yeah, let that bubble up.
I would imagine they're like an elf where they age slowly, but they always look like they're a young adult or an adult, like in their 20s,
How about she's as old as... Yeah, I like that idea, but she's as old as when the moon was discovered. So 1848.
So that was my origin story. Hold on, let me stew.
Okay.
Don't get there.
Okay, so she's actually...
So how old is that then?
Oh, she's probably like 120 or whatever. So...
Yeah, but she doesn't age.
Yeah. Well, she ages slowly,
176, but looks like she's 21.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is kind of toxic, but whatever. Go on.
No, because then maybe again in the background, she's a college student.
Right. Oh, I like that. Because that's the downside for a lot of shoujo and romance comedies and things. Specifically now, it's all super high school related. It'd be fun to have something that's and you can interact with adults and have adult situations. So.
Okay, we could do that. Mm-hmm. 176, but looks 21. Got it.
Yep. Is an Earth 21, going to college, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so her actual Hyperion age is 21, but because they age so slowly, her Earth age is 176.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. I got it.
And because of her age, she's in college, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She's doing
So Earth job, all right.
Yeah, she's doing an exchange program of sorts.
Yeah, that's what she tells everybody is because she has to change colleges so often because she doesn't age.
Right.
Right now she's at Dartmouth right now. I feel like that's a pretty good college, She's very smart.
Yeah. We're not gonna try somewhere cool like in the UK, or
maybe later, but right now she's at Dartmouth.
All right. That's fair. Steph, do you want to point out a college that's cool? Maybe one that's in Valencia?
College isn't cool. What are we talking about here?
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
Schools for nerds. Okay, so we have that. All right, Larissa, do you want to get into your origin story you had?
Yeah, because I thought it would be interesting because the discovery of Hyperion, it was discovered by William Lasso, like you said, in 1848. And I would like to think that like in some like alternate universe, when we discovered Hyperion, it caused chaos on the moon.
Okay.
And so that discovery point is like super central to her life somehow. And so maybe she was like born at the exact moment it was discovered, and she's like the prophesied chosen one to come back and save them from the calamity of the discovery.
Okay.
Like she needs to go back in time to stop it from being discovered?
No, like it's already like actively like thrown into chaos. Like it was a planet that was never supposed to be seen before, like the moon, not planet, obviously. And now that its existence is known, other intergalactical societies have figured out that they have this rare resource and they're trying to like defend themselves, like kind of like an Amazonian kind of thing.
Oh, hold on real quick. On NASA's website it says that it is potato shaped. Can she actually live in Idaho?
I guess that's fair. You have to pick a college in Idaho then.
I think there's like Boise State, I think is one. Right?
I think so.
Let me see. Boise State. I think that's the college.
Boise State University. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. This
is crazy. Why did me going to Idaho like also just tie into this episode? Then?
Steph, what do you have to tell us? Steph starts speaking some weird moon language and just cuts out from the podcast, and 5 seconds later she's at our house.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So what are we trying to say then? With, the origin story.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say, Sam? Like, the point of discovery was crucial to the moon's history, and they were previously unknown to everyone else in the galaxy, and now that they're discovered, she has to be the one. She's got to be the one to build bridges and help people understand her civilization's culture before war breaks out.
But at college?
Yeah, well, she's going to college to learn how to do all those things. Like she's still.
I don't
her,
think
like,
they teach you that at Boise.
Phase. Well, they teach you political science.
Intergalactic politics.
You can learn something from political science. I don't know why she picked Boise.
She heard about the Space Force starting, and she's like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
I guess, like, we need to figure out, I think, just kind of what she does. Like, because she's a superhero, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is she doing with whatever she has right now?
So now, yeah.
Like, I guess, like, what would be her goal?
I have an idea. I like Larissa's a little bit, but hear me out. Not in that way. Like, I like where you're going.
Right.
So it also says that most likely it's remnants of a larger moon that was destroyed by a major impact.
Oh.
So maybe she gets word that there's information on Earth on the other remnants, and she's trying to rebuild her whole home as one.
Yeah.
So she's trying to gather intel from Earth because there's scientists that know about it.
What if she discovered Earth was like a thing because it was like seen by like
I like that
satellite or camera or whatever came to see it and discover the planet, moon.
She would have to be older than 176 then, because isn't that like if she was born at like 1848, like she would have to be like, I don't know, 500 or something.
Yeah, I guess her age doesn't matter as long as she like her appearance is like college student. That doesn't age or ages slowly.
Well, what if I just do like 190?
Yeah,
would that make her
whatever.
15 or something? Was that 15 years before being discovered?
Yes.
So that would kind of, in a way, so that makes sense.
Yeah, she's like you age quickly through your like baby phase and then you slow down, kind of like
whatever.
vampires.
190.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of like wants to put like her goal in a way is to put her moon back together.
Her planet.
The moon.
Yeah, put the moon back together as a planet. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, because the moon is a part of a past planet, is what Sam was saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so the goal, that's her goal.
Yep, to rebuild her society.
Mm-hmm.
She has nothing against anybody on Earth, I don't think, you know, but she's just trying to gather intel.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, we are really cooking.
We are.
Does her appearance matter that much, or can we leave that vague and, like, let people decide that? Like, what, like, how long is her hair? What color is it? You know, what's her skin
like
tone?
appearance?
Yeah, like, I feel like other people can decide that for us, you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ambiguous blob female figure.
Yes, female figure. Very, very unassuming, I would say. Kind of just blending into society, because that's what she's like undercover, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't want to stick out too much.
Right.
Just an everyday Boise, Idaho State University
right.
student.
Yeah, she keeps up with the trends of whatever's around her, but not too trendy.
That's right. Okay. Does she fight crime, do you think? She is a superhero. Like, is she actually fighting crime, or is she just trying to gain intel? Or does she, like, while she's trying to gain intel, there's another society or group of people there trying to gain intel to maybe stop it from ever coming back? Like, to destroy the moons of Saturn or something.
I like that. Or to prevent the planet, because the great... it's kind of like Sailor Moon, you know? Like, the planet had a great civilization that was all powerful. Their ruler had this significant thing and brought peace at some time to the galaxy. And so another ancient race of civilian aliens were like, we don't want that because we want to be the real rulers of the galaxy.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say, what if something else like shot at the planet to make it, or sent the asteroid or whatever, like actually caused it to split?
I like that too.
And they want to keep it separated or something.
Yeah, I like that better.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And they ended up on Earth or something.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
like that. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Now,
they also found the intel from Earth because that would make sense that, like, why would just Hyperion people know about this insight that Earth knows about how to put the moon together again?
Absolutely. Okay, so because I think these go hand in hand, because I think you can't have one without the other, because one usually inspires the other. I say we start with powers, and then we go into costume design, because I feel like the powers really decide what the costume is going to look like.
That's true, yeah.
And so my idea that I would like to hear some other ones from you guys. I have two just based on what we read so far. It's a, porous, sponge-like moon or whatever. Moon. So maybe she has the ability to absorb objects or absorb energy or something like that. Some sort of absorption that she can take in.
I do like that.
And because of how fast it rotates, what if she can then expel it by, like, running in, like, to create a little tornado, or she, like, expels it in a tornado-like fashion out of her hands or something like that, and creates these, like, little tornadoes of energy, like, depending on what she absorbs. If she's, she's getting shot at, she has a bullet tornado.
I don't know necessarily, like, tornado, but I was kind of thinking, since it's a moon of Saturn, what if it was, instead of, like, a big tornado, it was kind of just like a ring that was spinning fast?
Oh, wait, like she throws rings? Like,
yes, but they're also just spinning, like an orbiting motion, kind of like energy. A tornado, but energy in like a ring shape.
Okay, I like that. So she can absorb the energy and then shoot it back out in rings that are spinning really fast. Okay. Can she control where they go, or is she just throwing them?
No, she could control where they go. I think she could definitely manipulate that.
Like Frieza, like in Dragon Ball Z?
I don't understand the reference, but sure.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. So can control energy. Does she...
but hold on. I think we should tie in a note that because the rotation of Hyperion is a little chaotic, I think that her energy can sometimes be a little chaotic based off of her mood, like she's got to stabilize her mood,
Wow, trying to look at Larissa and being like, women's mood, control their powers.
That's crazy.
Well, not like mood, mental health, I guess. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, no, depending on, I mean, I feel like there's nothing wrong with emotional based, like abilities. Like, man, if she's sad, maybe they're moving a little slower. Mm-hmm. If she's angry, they're like absolutely out of control. If she's happy, she has so much control over them, that kind of stuff.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're different colors based on the moods too.
Ooh.
Like a mood ring.
I like it.
Oh, I think we just found out her superhero name.
Mood ring.
Mood ring.
No.
She throws out rings. They're based on her mood. She absorbs them.
Wait, no, I love it. Wait, she needs like one of those like suits that can like change the different colors.
Guys. Oh, I got an even better idea, because you know how in like the Marvel, the one that just came out, that's like a young adult. She has to wear those bracelets to control her power. Do you know what Miss Marvel? What's her name? Anyway, the mood ring. She has to wear her mood ring to stabilize her power as well.
Oh, okay. Or hold on, hear me out. If she puts on the mood ring, it transforms her into the suit and everything, and like puts on the.
I like that. Like that's her costume change.
Yeah. That's her magical girl moment.
Yeah, she puts on the mood ring.
I like it. Okay.
Is she gonna have a transformation scene then?
Yeah, she says transform.
Makeup.
Yeah. What do they? What do Sailor Moon people say? Like,
yeah, it's like
with the power of love, I'll defeat you, or something like that.
Right, and then they have like an object, and they say like cell phone, makeup, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she needs a catch. Does she need a catchphrase?
No. I was just joking because
she could have catchphrases. I hope you're in the mood for defeat.
No way, that's fun.
Steph just loves all this like cheese. She's like, "Ooh, yes,
it's
please.
Great.
I'm here for the queso. Please keep coming."
Okay, so we have like
you're about to feel something.
Stop! No.
So for her costume, she puts on the moon ring to switch into it. But what is the costume then?
I imagine it's kind of like holographic, kind of based off of Saturn's rings. It's multi-tonal, but I don't know. That seems like that's the exact opposite of what she would want, because she's supposed to be undercover.
I think her costume can be flashy.
Yeah, costume can be whatever. Like, she's undercover as a regular person. Like, and so when she's
fair.
fighting crime, like, she knows what she is. She's fighting the people that are trying to destroy her planet.
That's fair. Is she wearing a mask though to disguise her identity? At least.
I think. It would create. I think like when she puts on the the ring, it creates a mask. Like it creates a whole costume. Okay. So I do like the idea of like an opal coloring. Like it's not all one color. It's opal-y.
Ooh, that's a good color.
Is there any like minerals that are formed on the moon? You know how like some moons are like made of diamonds.
Frozen methane.
Oh.
And carbon dioxide.
So it sounds like no.
I mean, there might be. There's a lot going on.
No, it's probably not.
Okay, many of the crater walls on Hyperion are bright, which suggests an abundance of water ice.
Ooh.
So maybe should we give her ice powers too?
No.
Is that too much?
It's too much.
Too much. That's too much. She could be icy, like in an icy mood.
Or yeah, when she's feeling like when she's feeling angry or upset or whatever, the rings, I don't know, maybe they have the ability to freeze something.
No.
When they hit, no? Okay. I'm going too far.
Or I was just gonna say it could like freeze, like her powers could freeze if she got like too overwhelmed or something.
Oh yeah, does she have a weakness? Just like what if the cold is what if like the cold is her weakness? Like just cold weather.
Then she's not gonna be doing great in Boise, Idaho.
I just think her like chaotic rotation, like of her energy, is probably weakness enough. Like if someone were to destabilize her mental health, like I don't know, she picks up a boyfriend and they kidnap him. I think that's going to be pretty destabilizing.
She gets hit with an anxiety ray.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like too much emotion can be like deliberate. That word.
Mm-hmm. Debilitating.
Thank you.
Yes.
So it says that the crater floors are mostly the areas of lowest albedo, which is based on reflection, and it's the greatest red coloration.
Oh, I got an idea. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, so like maybe she has like her mask and her like gloves or like boots are red, like these like red like highlights, features, I guess.
Those
but,
red, what are those red boots that came out in fashion that were ridiculous?
Oh God, no.
Astro Boy boots, like, please.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's hilarious.
But I almost think every the ankles, the waist, and the wrists definitely have to have like rings around them, like Sonic style.
Absolutely.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
But I was thinking like her like main material, I guess, because the planet is mostly. Not planet. Oh my gosh, I need to say the moon. There's a lot of water, and you know how when water freezes over, it has that kind of iridescent look to it, like where it's kind of reflective of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be what her suit is kind of made out of.
So it's the opal, but it's kind of like that icy iridescentness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like ice figure, skating costume maybe.
Oh, maybe she's really good at ice skating too at her college.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, is there a big hockey team there? Maybe she's actually on the hockey team.
Oh, she's on the hocky team. But she can't do too good. Like, she's like middle of the road hockey player. Like, because if she tries, she'll be the best hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just your average hockey player.
Okay. I like that because I feel like rings would like naturally like go well with an ice figure skating competition costume. Generic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So where are we at? So Steph, what do we have so far?
Okay, so far what we have determined is that she's a female from Hyperion, the moon, one of the ones at Saturn. Her age is 190, but she looks 21. Her Earth job is she's a college student in Boise State in Idaho. She's a hockey player. Her goal, she wants to rebuild society because her part, the moon, got separated from her planet. Origin story, saw like the camera or satellite or whatever that discovered her moon and found out that there's like intel there on Earth because of it somehow,
Right.
No details here. Her enemy is the ones who split up her planet. Her power is absorption. She can expel energy discs from that energy and can control them based on her emotions. And her costume so far is when she puts on a mood ring, she can switch into it. And it's like an opal color, but it's like reflective, iridescent. And she's got some rings on her ankles, waist, and wrists.
Okay, yeah. And those are the red color to reflect the
red rings.
Yes. Okay.
Is there anything we're missing in terms of just like superhero stuff?
Did we say a weakness? So it was just like herself, right? Her
right.
weakness is
yeah.
Okay. Weakness, almost like too much emotion, right?
Yeah, or instability.
The people who destroyed her home planet, are they from like another moon? Are they from Earth? Where were they from?
Another planet,
Okay. Yeah, they're from. You know what? They're from Pluto. They're upset that Pluto wasn't a planet anymore. No, because that would have happened long ago. Yeah, well, they're from. I feel like Neptune doesn't get enough love. They're from Neptune.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It has nothing to do with like Neptune, like the god of the ocean or anything.
No,
that's just where they're from.
But their powers could be water based. The enemy's powers. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. And then I don't know. Maybe that's what caused the freezing on the planet. All the ice from them. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's more to it. Who knows? I mean, this is just the beginning of a great comic book or a great series. I think there's a lot more that we can dig into. I think we have the beginnings of probably $1 billion idea.
Absolutely. Marvel,
this is all trademarked under Shifting Tones,
Dibs.
But if you'd like to, if you have any sort of talent and you want to draw a mood ring.
Mood girl. Oh, what's her
we don't have her name yet. That's
her superhero name is Mood Ring, right?
No.
I like that. I think Mood Ring's a great superhero name.
I like something with mood.
Oh boy.
But her whole thing is rings. I mean, like, think about how simple, like, someone like the Flash his name is the Flash because he can run fast. Green Arrow is a guy who wears green and shoots arrows. Like,
yeah, but like
superheroes are meant to be.
I know they're supposed to be silly, but like I don't think of like a person. Like, I don't know.
I mean, her thing could just be like, her name could just be Saturn, not like
or Hyperion. It could be Hyperion.
No, because that's her planet. Like, Superman's name isn't Krypton.
That's fair.
I think Mood Ring's a great superhero name, and we can just give her a regular old Boise, like Idaho name.
A nickname of Hyperion, like her name. I was gonna say Rod, but that doesn't quite work.
Rod.
Ron.
No, I like Mood Ring.
Well,
Steph, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, do you have a name?
I don't have a name, so.
Okay, there could be a contest where there's nothing involved, like not an actual contest, but just people submit suggestions.
Yeah, give us suggestions.
For
names.
The listeners can name.
Yes, yeah. We'll announce it on the next episode. I'm in favor of Mood Ring. I do like using Hyperion, somewhere like Hyper or something.
Yeah.
Or like something with like the ring discs.
Yeah, the ring discs themselves, something with Saturn, something with, I don't know, her background. Nothing with potatoes or a Boise. Oh, does she have a regular name? Are we giving her like an actual human name?
Like a regular name? Ronnie? I don't know.
No, Ronnie?
Could be cool.
I like Ronnie. It's good.
You want her name to be Ronnie?
Why not?
Okay. Her name's like like something stupid. Like instead of Martian, it's Martin. Ronnie Martin.
Yes, exactly.
I'm trying to blend in. I'm not a Martian. I'm Ronnie Martin.
Yeah. Ronnie's kind of a trendy name, you know? Like
yeah, definitely gender fluid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Ronnie Martin is her name.
Okay.
No, not Martin. She's not from Mars.
No, Martin instead of Martian. She's from outer space.
Yeah, but Martian means she's from Mars.
No.
Yeah.
Martian just means outer space.
No, it
right?
doesn't. It means you're from Mars.
Are you for real? Hold on.
I don't.
Yes.
There's no way.
Yes.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
I'm being gaslit right
no,
now.
You're not. No.
Oh. I think Larissa's right.
I'm absolutely right.
How'd you find that? Because all I'm getting is the Martian with what's his name in it.
Because he's from Mars. That's why like a lot of like sci-fi and popular like culture stuff is from the 1960s is because everyone wanted to go to Mars and colonize Mars.
Okay. You're right. According to Wikipedia,
Uh-huh.
it's a noun as a Martian is a hypothetical inhabitant, either alien or human, of the planet Mars. Okay, so Hyptian. I don't know.
Hypatia.
No, that's a weird name.
It's Greek.
How about just she? You know what? She came to Boise. She went to the United States, and she just tried to fit in.
Ronnie Smith.
Yep, Ronnie Smith. I knew it.
You guys are so on the same wavelength with that.
All right. So, listeners, thank you so much for helping us build Ronnie Smith, the superhero whose name we don't have quite yet. Super cool powers, super cool outfit, cool backstory, cool like villain arc. There's so much to work with here. You know, there's probably like a zombie hockey player she has to fight at some point for whatever reason. I don't know. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too.
Oh yeah, that was really fun. I really liked that.
Yeah, absolutely. And instead of a live action, I definitely want this to be an animated anime, you know, like in the style of like Sailor Moon.
Very, it has to be like some
Pastel-y.
really weird. No, I was gonna say some really weird animation style, like Mob Psycho would be fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Something definitely like with artistic like merit. Like they're not just cash grabbing.
What's that
it.
really crazy art style? Princess Kaguya? Isn't that like in a really crazy art style? Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah, draw us Ronnie Smith.
And give us the superhero name.
Yeah, superhero name. And I think that's all we really need from you guys. Let us know what you think of it. If you think it's a must or a bust. And I think that's it. Follow us on social media. Submit your drawings. You can just share them to us on Twitter. Tag us in it. That'd be awesome. At Shifting Tones podcast. I think it's I think it's actually now it's Shifting underscore Tones. I think is the name. Okay. I don't know. You'll find us if you just search Shifting Tones podcast. Follow us on Instagram. We can share it on Instagram in our story or in a post. Let's see. You can submit it to us through Gmail, shiftingtonespod@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
That one's literally shiftingtonespod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can, if you're like, you know what, Steph, Larissa, you guys had the best idea, send it directly to them. And you can find them at Spiffy Steffi, at Larissa.Schaefer, or me at Sir Captain Sam. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.